pretty darn excited about today. We're back, finally. We are at Arnone Italian Coffee Bar. You know what that's gonna mean, right? It's gonna have some delicious, nice, strong coffee. Now, my friend Drew, who I do this with because, we're doing top 25 Cleveland hit coffee shops, says there's delicious gelato here. I will not be trying the gelato, but I'm gonna go in and grab coffee right this minute. We'll take pictures. We'll see you live and shortly. We did it.
There we go.
There we go.
That's recorded.
Hey.
We're going here.
So, I don't even know where to start today. We are live.
It's a comedy show here.
But we're not sure what we are. We have a little baby one going here, and we have this new one going here that Paul hooked us up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not sure where to look
I
because
don't even know.
there are different heights.
We're high, we're low, and we are always there. First of all, it's us, and we should probably tell you why we are laughing about this. Drew, where are we today?
We're at Cafe Arnone in Fairlawn. I think that's how you pronounce it. If I'm wrong, I'm sure one of our watchers will
correct us.
Yeah.
It's like on TikTok, when people will say, I'm just going to say this because I would talk about it later anyway, when people go and don't text me or email me and tell me that I should have used a better spatula or a different cup or a measuring cup, like now I want to go, like don't tell us like how bad this is because we already know how bad it is. Anyway, I have to tell you, I switched up a little bit today. I did cold.
Welcome to the dark side.
I am.
Welcome to the cold side.
I am. And I did first of all, I asked the little gal up at the counter what would she do. And she said one of her favorites is the maple blondie cold brew. So I went with that just because I make maple blondie pastries and I love them. And she was absolutely right. I don't know about you. You didn't even ask her, did you?
No. I was torn between a bulletproof coffee because on the ride down here we realized when we went to
Green Goat
for bulletproof coffee, we never actually had coffee.
We didn't.
While we were there, we just had a ton of food. So we might have to go back there and actually get the coffee that we wanted.
I think you're right.
But I decided to go with I got a brown sugar oat milk cold brew, which was on their seasonal menu, and they have a lunch special where you get a slice of pizza.
I gotta tell you, that is like a big slice of pizza.
Yeah, it's like 2 slices.
And it was only $8.95, which, I don't know, I thought was pretty reasonable. Especially when you get a seasonal coffee with it. They could have said, here's a glass, go get water.
I mean, we know at the big place, this coffee would have been $8.95.
And it would have been no pizza.
Yeah.
But I went with the cookie today. I'm gonna lift it because I have this so far up. I'm gonna always go with the cookie. And I did taste it already before we got on, and it is, you're right, I don't know where to look. If I'm looking up.
I'm trying to look
down.
in the middle, so it looks like I'm looking both places.
This is the size, if you're on the bottom camera, this is the size of the cookie, and it is delicious. And if you are on the upper camera, I'm sure where you are right now, this is how it looks. And I love a lot of frosting. So it was very good, very fresh. And what I liked about it is they keep it in a cooler area, so it's nice and cool. So this was, we're getting to the end. It is September, and we have got a lot of our coffee shops done. We're a little behind.
Yeah.
Did we say 5 today? We're 5 behind. Not behind.
Yeah.
We just haven't gone to them yet.
Yeah.
And it's not because of me, it's because Drew is busy because I told you he's a very important person. Next year he's going to be even more important because he will be the president of ACAR, which is like phenomenally wonderful. And it is, there's a lot to be said for that. And
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time.
It is, and next year he will stick me totally and not ever want to do any.
I don't know, we'll find time for coffee. There's always time for coffee.
But I have to tell you, Drew and I just saw this, and I'm kind of feeling a little bad, but we could pick up. Drip drive. 2024. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's a little late.
I don't know. Do you think we could get caught up? I think we could do all of these places in the next couple months.
I don't know. It looks like there's a really lot on here. I do have to say we have gone to some of these. For those of you that are on the drip drive, you might like text us or email us later and let us know you've done it. I thought it was awesome, and I bet if they were smart, they should do this next year.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how much work there is in this, and it might be a lot. They might be like never doing it again, or they might be it was successful.
I think it's a great idea.
So do
I don't know if they've done one of these in Cleveland or not. I know a couple of years ago, I did down in Columbus, they had a coffee passport.
I think I would like that.
And I did that. I can't say I got all of them done, but
I
probably
would like
got to
that.
4 or 5 of them, which isn't bad considering I live in Cleveland and Columbus is 2 hours away.
And it's so close for you and I. Like I don't get to Fairlawn often unless I'm showing homes or I'm listing a home. But I said to Drew, I'm sure Bob Paul would love to hear this. If he wasn't with me today, I would do a little shopping. I would do a lot of shopping. There's some great little stores down here, and they're all so very close to one another.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk much today because in the last, first of all, it took us so long to prepare this.
We started at breakfast.
We
It's
did.
lunchtime
We
now.
don't even know what we would talk about today. The one thing, the last couple of coffees we've had, we talked about the new changes. And I don't know, Drew, unless I've just hit, I'm going to knock on wood, I haven't had a problem yet.
Yeah, me
you?
neither. Me neither. It's it's when you think about it, it's a really simple process. And, I haven't had any buyers yet that haven't already owned a house. So, maybe if I get a brand new buyer, there'll be some hesitation. But, when I explain it to a seller that's also buying, like, hey, when you sell your house, you have to sign an agreement. It's the same with buying a house. You have to sign an agreement before you can go look at houses.
Well, I'm like with you. I do run a lot of first-time home buyers because I'm old, and they think that, I'm going to underscore that they think that I kind of am like maybe a little motherly-ish, but I don't think in a bad way. You and I work so much on referral, but any new buyers, I have found that once you explain the process, they're good to go. And I think that for me, I actually don't mind because it's what we do. And we did it before anyway, except that it's a little different this time.
Yeah.
Where all you're doing is being transparent and they're like, yeah, okay.
I mean, I've had a couple conversations with people where in the past, perhaps I would have shown them a house by now, but, I've got a few people that are kind of kicking it around. They've got the agreement in their possession, and they're saying, okay, we're going to
Look it over.
We'll think about this. So, it's slowing things down a little bit at the beginning, but I think in the end, those buyers are going to be more prepared.
Because it's not going away.
Yeah, it's not going away. And, in the car business, they call them the tire kickers, the people that are just out there working. If an amazing deal happens to show up, they might buy it.
True.
It's kind of the same. Whereas if somebody doesn't want to sign an agreement, they're probably not a serious buyer.
Probably not.
So it's really saving us time, saving our time, their time, seller's time.
Well, but I think too that because we're so used to explaining everything in the process of whether you're buying or selling, that our buyers are not really having a hard time understanding it. They might be a little hesitant until we explain to them what it could cost them, or maybe not. Seller might, and I don't know, my sellers have been like, isn't this going to cost me a lot of money if I don't do it because no one's going to come and look at my house? It could.
It could.
It could.
Yeah.
So my sellers, God love them, they're like, just tell us exactly what we have to do and let's go for it. And they've been really great.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is most people are reasonable.
They are.
So it's
And interest rates went down.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Oh my
speaking of
God.
buyers, what are you hearing
Yeah.
about interest rates?
Oh, thank goodness. And somebody was talking about this last night. They're like, do you think it'll ever be 2 and 3% again? And we could only wish that. Of course, it will never be. Not in my lifetime. Maybe in yours.
I don't think so. I think we'll be lucky if we see things get down into the 5s, which I think we're probably pretty close to that happening.
I think so too. And would I wait though to buy a house?
No.
No. And why is that?
Because what happens when interest rates go down, demand goes up, the prices go up. So when rates are down, prices are up.
Right.
We just happen to be in a unique time where interest rates went up and prices didn't come down.
Thank you.
We're not seeing 20% appreciation year over year. We're seeing 3 to 5%, but that's sustainable.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's a normal market.
And I have had, as a matter of fact, met with two little buyers yesterday. He works for a bank, and his pre-approval was wonderful. So he got a little help there from his pre-approval, and I'm sure it's okay if I say this. And they're ecstatic.
Yeah.
They're like, but do you think that it's going to be a problem for us to find something? Because now that the interest rates are going down, everybody's going to come back out again.
You just got to be prepared.
Right, and that's why.
Know what you can afford, know what you're willing to pay.
And get a pre-approval, please. Just get your pre-approval. If you have an agent, ask the agent who they love. They're going to give you a list of 3 or 10. Or if you have your own bank and you love your own bank and you go in there and they give you a pre-approval, whatever you do not go out. First of all, you can't look at a house without a buyer's rep agreement, and that's okay, because you'll understand it because your realtor will explain it to you. And second of all, get that pre-approval, because what are you going to do if you find the unicorn and you can't buy it because my buyer had a pre-approval and yours didn't?
Yeah.
We work with lenders who get us pretty quick pre-approvals.
Oh, absolutely.
So
days, nights, weekends.
yeah, and
They're on it.
me too. But sometimes you might be with an agent whose lender doesn't work Saturday and Sunday. We don't operate with that. So, and we're not even the same brokerage. If you haven't seen us on Facebook before, Drew's with EXP, I am with KW Living. But you know what? Most of us that are, I wanted to say most of us that are awesome but can't figure out which camera to look at. But most of us that do this for a living, and not that I'm saying anything about a part-time agent, but we have everything ready. We make it perfect for our buyers and sellers so that they don't have to worry or they don't have to get through an obstacle later, and we're going to get them through right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
That's how you and I are. I shouldn't speak for anyone else.
Yeah, we're prepared. We're prepared. We know what the job entails. We know what we need to do.
Yeah, and it makes it easier on you. So I think at the end of this conversation, you now know that neither one of us know where we're looking. We don't know if we're up or down.
I'm just looking at the top.
Okay, and I'm looking at the top because it's better on the fat. I'm glad we shared today. We even said, what should we talk about? This last couple of weeks we have talked about the buyer's rep and where was that going, and at least we both find that it's been very successful for us thus far, and probably for many agents. And we are on our, I don't know what, coffee shop. We have a few more to go, but the time's going fast because, wait, Beth's saying something to us.
Oh, she loves us.
Watching. Oh, Bethy.
We were up to 3 people watching. We're down to 1.
It's only
I guess we scared away the other
I guess
2.
we did. I would scare my own self away if I had to listen to up or down. Not
Maybe
sure.
they'll come back.
Maybe. Anyway, it was nice seeing all of you today.
How was your coffee today? We didn't
My
talk about
coffee?
that?
Oh, we didn't.
Yeah.
My coffee is delicious. Now, next time, I might try yours. But this little maple blondie, delicious.
Yeah. I'd be afraid they might not have this if we don't come back soon. Because,
It is seasonal.
It is seasonal. We are getting into that season that I
you
don't care for.
I love it.
I won't say those words on here.
Pumpkin spice latte.
No,
But
I guess you could say it.
but I won't. It's here, but I won't have it until it's cold and I wear a sweater. And then I'm going to take it with me to one of my littles' football games, and enjoy it while everybody else is freezing. And here's the colder weather.
Cheers.
Have a good day.